everybody. I know it's been a minute, but there's been some things going on that I just had to get on here and bring it to your attention. Nothing crazy. World's not going to end yet, at least that I'm aware of. But it might inconvenience you for a minute or two. So, yesterday and today, October 1st and October 2nd, we had some extremely high solar activity going on. In fact, we had two major M class flares explode in our direction. Now, we get M classes all the time. Don't get me wrong. So it's really not a big deal. Okay. However, what makes these a big deal is the intensity of them, let's say. Usually we get an M class 1, M class 2, no big deal. October 1st, we had an M class 5.9, and today, October 2nd, we had an M 8.7. Now, that one is just a couple of decimal points away from being an X flare. Okay? And they project, look right here, if this progression continues, you reading this? Look at my cursor. An X flare could occur before the weekend is over. Okay? So, what does that mean? What does that mean, Nana? Do we need to worry? No. First off, let's make this baseline right here. Solar flares really do not affect the physicalities of humans. Now, they don't recognize how it affects our energetic beings, which I'll get into later. But physically, we don't need to worry about radiation poisoning. We don't need to worry about, none of that. We don't need to worry about that. What flares do is affect the electronics and the technology that's around us, okay? Think about even what you're doing right now watching this video. All the different types of electronics that are having to do its job in order for you to watch me make my little video, okay? Now, the other thing is I'm in Missouri. I'm in Northwest Missouri. Think about where you are, okay? Now, there's not a cord connecting me to you. No, it is going up into a satellite and bouncing back down, more than likely, okay? Or it's going up into a satellite. It's coming from my IP, or not, who is the people that give me my internet, okay? IPS, I think, internet provider. It is coming from my IP, going up into a satellite, more than likely, bouncing down to your IP, and then coming to you on your computer and or device through Wi-Fi. And if it's data on your phone, it's the same concept. Okay, it's going from one tower to another tower. Now, here's the thing. The satellites are the first things that are going to get whacked. Okay? Because they're like the closest. Okay? So, you're going to be aware of phones being glitchy, your computer being glitchy, your tablets being glitchy, okay? That's all. And it may be, if we get a serious enough X flare, okay? If we get a serious enough X flare, and here it is, by the way, okay, right there. That's the two storms. See, boom and boom, boom and boom. And then we've got this activity heading our way, but we'll go. We won't go there. Okay. So you're going to be expecting glitches. You're going to be expecting some hiccups. Now, if a big enough X flare comes our way, it could take down satellites. Now, what does that mean for you? That means you may lose GPS. Okay, may lose internet. Okay, may lose cell service. Now, here's the biggie: may lose access to your money. Access to your money. That's right. That's right. It's all on the internet. It's all digital. Everything you have at the bank, if you have it in your PayPal, you have it in your Venmo, you have it in your Cash App. It's all digital. It's not real. It's not tangible. Okay? Digits, digital, electronics. Okay? If this little doobie jigger right here, or actually this one, decides to take down our satellites, very likely, very possible, you could lose your banking access to money. So that literally means the money you have will be the money you have in your pocket. Now, you've heard me say often, when I was on here trying to tell y'all before the pandemic even, not to have all your money wrapped up in digits, not to have all your money wrapped up in somebody's computer. It's nothing but electronic files on a computer that is so fragile. Okay? Now, I keep enough money in the bank. Now, it's not like I'm loaded in money. Okay, so it's really not hard to keep track of all my money. But I keep enough money in the bank to pay bills. There's bills. Everything's digital now, so you really don't have a choice. And that's like about it. That's about it. We run on cash mostly. Now, I don't keep a lot of cash a lot of times because I don't need it. But yeah, I mean, I don't keep a lot in my bank. I don't store a lot in my bank. So, but know that there's going to be an issue anyway. I mean, you know when the electricity goes out in your neighborhood, what happens at the grocery store? Okay, they can't do shit. They can't scan anything. They can't do anything. Now, our little small neighborhood stores can. They just, go back to old school receipts. But you ain't going to Walmart. You're not going to Price Chopper. You're not going to Hy-Vee. You're not going to Aldi's. Because they ain't going to be open. They can't run without the internet. Okay? They cannot do business without the internet. So they are going to be closed. So know that. Okay? Know that. You're not going to be able to go draw your money out of the bank. Okay? What money you have is the money that's going to be in your pockets. Pocketses. Okay? I'm telling you. It's a really scary thing. And I'm going to reiterate this again as well. Why aren't you prepping? Why are you still giving me the excuses of, oh, my house is too small. Oh, I just live in an apartment. Oh, I just this. No. Excuses. Here is the, let me see if I can make this bigger. I can't make this bigger, can I? No, I can't. Okay, so here is where the blackouts, this is where it's hitting the earth. Okay. So, I mean, you're going into the Midwest in the red. Okay. You're into the Midwest. All this ocean area, these ships aren't going to have any GPS. Okay. Yeah. So there we are. People over in New York and whatnot, not going to have it so bad. West Coast is what's going to get hit so horribly bad. Okay, so high tech, is it high tech, high in Industin Times, I don't know, whatever. There it is. You can look at it. I can't even fucking say it. Anyway, hightech.com. They tell us a little bit about what can happen to our electronics. Um, Large solar flare can knock out all of the Earth's electronics devices and gadgets. A solar flare throws out heat and massive radiation. Now, again, I'm going to reiterate, we don't need to worry about that radiation, okay? But it also produces electromagnetic pulses. You've heard it said, EMPs. That's the suckers right there. Those are the things that take out our power grid. Okay. Those are the things that black us out, the EMPs. Okay. X flare, as inconvenient as it is, as strong as they are, what they can do, they're really not capable of taking us out. Okay. It's the EMPs. Now, it is this exact, let me go back to, it's this one right here. Those are the storms that like to throw up EMPs. Okay? See how big that sucker is? Look at that. Now, just like this map says, when it does puke out a flare of any kind or an EMP, coronal mass ejection, I'm sure you've heard of that as well, CME, coronal mass ejection. It doesn't blanket the Earth, okay? It hits it. It hits it in a spot. It could hit here. This time it's hitting here. So we always have a chance. Hey, didn't hit us. Didn't hit us. I'll tell you where. I hate to say it. I'm not going to say it in case it happens. There's places where it could hit that might stop some activities that need to not be going on, like wars. That would stop a war. Nothing would work. They couldn't do anything. No one could do shit. Anyway, so it is the, go back. It's the EMPs, okay? Solar storms can affect a majority of the electrical systems that are being used every day. However, you can protect your electronics from solar flares and EMPs without even spending hundreds on high-tech equipment by building Faraday cages. I'm not going to go into that. You can look Faraday cage. You can look that up. That's a whole nother video, okay? And what's the great thing about solar flares, CMEs, EMPs, is when it happens, it takes a minute to get here. So it's not like it happens and then boom, immediately we have to get its effect. No, it's days sometimes. It is a day sometimes before we get it. So we know it's coming because they're watching this all the time. Space weather has this shit on all the time. Okay? So they know. But here's the thing. What I've learned over the years, and those that have followed me for quite a while know this, the news doesn't tell you. The news doesn't tell you. They tell you when it's too late. Okay? They tell you when it's too late, but they don't tell you. They don't tell you what your solar weather is doing today. They don't tell you. So, you've got to know to look. So that's why I tell everybody spaceweather.com, okay, has been my go-to for years. Now, NASA, I believe that's space.com, is another one. Spaceweather.com, though, to me, is a lot more user-friendly to me. Okay. NASA's website has a lot of data. And data's great. But you know what? Tell me what that data says in one sentence or less. You see what I'm saying? I don't want to have to analyze data. I want to get on here and I want you to say, hey, there's going to be a CME today. So buckle up, Buttercup. So anyway, spaceweather.com, check it every day, along with always monitoring your earthquakes. You never know what the world is going to do. And how does this affect humans energetically? We are energy beings. We are energy beings. We are connected to this earth like everything else that lives on the earth, okay? And it is very naive to think that energy like this, like we have here, can be puked onto the earth and us as energy beings not be affected. Okay, come on, wake up, wake up. This is what's causing all of the chaos. This is what's causing, everybody keeps, it's in the retrograde. This is Mercury is in the microwave, whatever. Okay, Pluto's in the Gatorade. True. This is it, though. This is what feeds all of that. Do you understand what I'm saying? This is what feeds our entire solar system. And when it is puking out chaotic energy like this, okay, we've got to expect that it's going to cause chaos for us as well. And we have society has unlearned how to ride this dragon, this energy, okay? So it manifests in depression, anxiety, all of these mental illnesses, okay? That's because they don't tell us. They don't tell us this is normal. They don't tell us this is part of our universe. You are part of the universe, and things are going to get nuts, and you need to let it flow through you, okay? Simple as that. You need to just let it flow through you and quit getting hung up. Quit making it a thing. It's chaotic energy. Go be still for 10 minutes. It'll pass. Really, it is that simple. So this does affect us. This is why you're having trouble sleeping right now. This is the Schumann resonance. Look it up, Schumann resonance. SCHUMEN resonance. Look it up. It's why you're not sleeping well. It's why you're snippy snappy. It's why you're crying at everything. Okay? Look it up. Anyway, that's what I needed to bring to your attention. Thank you for watching. And listen, I'm going to reiterate it one more time before I let you go. If the pandemic taught you anything, it taught you to have the basics on hand. All right? The water, the toilet paper, the basics, flour, dry goods that are easily fixed and eaten and can store forever. We're talking you can get little packages of noodles that just need water. Hamburger helpers don't need hamburger in them, by the way. You see what I'm saying? They can be made without the meat. Unless you can your meat like I do. Okay? See what I'm saying? No more excuses. I love you. Take care. Be still. Be still for 108 breaths today. Okay? Nana Prep out.